Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy, Super Mario. You're in the Yo with your boy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to check out this new plugin from Softube called Dirty Tape. It is a lo-fi modulation slash distortion type of plugin, and we're going to see what it's working with and how it sounds on a couple of sound sources that we have playing in the background and everything like that. Now, this plugin was free in between the dates of 25th of January and the 31st of January. I'm saying that because we are recording this video on the 29th, so by the time you get it, it may not be free anymore, but hey, that's why I made this video, so you can get a kind of a sense and an understanding of what the plugin does before you actually go ahead and purchase this plugin right here, man. So we're going to put it through its paces and see how it sounds in a musical environment, how it sounds on different sound sources, so we can get an idea of what this plugin does. Before we get up into this video and stuff like that, I want you to go ahead and do me a favor, man. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. You know how to work that YouTube app. Show some support on this channel where we learn everything about music production, man. Yes, sir. So we're gonna get up in here, man, and check out Dirty Tape, which is right here. This plugin looks pretty cool. I like the vibe of it. Has that brownish coffee look to it. You know what I'm saying? Controls are right there, big, not all in your face, but very present. Has a realistic look to it with the silver finish on the knobs. So the GUI on this plugin is pretty cool and very low maintenance, I like to say, or whatnot. Let's talk about what you see on the plugin. All right, so right off the bat, you see these two big VU meters right there, look like eyes or whatnot. But these VU meters are very key when it comes to gain staging when you're manipulating sound. So the input VU meter, which is going to be on the left, and the output VU meter, which is going to be on the right. These meters will make sure that you stay, you know what I'm saying, in a medium level when it comes to gain staging. So make sure you don't go past 0 right there, FYI, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool deal, man. But you get VU meters as far as your input and your output. Then right here, you got this big knob right here. This is going to be your drive section. This is what's going to inject that signal into the plugin and really get that desired effect going for that quote unquote lo-fi sound. All right, and then we got another big knob right here. It's called Dirt. Now, I'm assuming this is going to be where your distortion started to play a factor into here, judging by the verbiage on the left and then the verbiage on the right. The verbiage on the left, all the way left, counterclockwise, it says clean. Now, as you rotate this plugin clockwise, you'll start to introduce, I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying, I haven't played with it yet, but I'm assuming that lo-fi distortion, and it says bad all the way clockwise. Okay, so this plugin right here is very minimalistic, you know, not too much going on. That's pretty much going to be how you get your desired effect out of this plugin with these two big knobs. Now we're gonna go over here to the switch right here. This is the Decouple normal stereo mode switch. Now Decouple probably will, you know what I'm saying, I'm assuming, I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on this, but kind of take your stereo and separate it, you know what I'm saying, getting a true hard left and a true hard right. Not exactly sure. I don't have a manual, hadn't read the manual or whatnot. And then your normal stereo mode is probably just going to be, you know what I'm saying, your normal stereo mode, okay? And then you have a low cut knob, which will cut off some of those low frequencies, really just to tighten up your sound. And then also you have an output volume, which will judge how much signal you will be reading on the output VU meter, okay? So let's go ahead and check out this plugin live and in effect. Okay, so this plugin right now is injected on the drum loop, which we have soloed right here. Let's go ahead and turn our music up and check out the drum loop without the Dirty Tape plugin enabled. Let's go. All right, let's talk about a couple of things. That drum loop right there sounds like it has a little fuzz in it, a little bit of saturation for us. It was recorded a little bit hot. Now these supposed to be raw tracks, okay? But you know what I'm saying, it just seems like, you know, the volume or the signal was pushed a little bit during the recording process of this particular loop. As far as I know, it doesn't have any processing on there. Okay, so we're gonna dirty up that drum loop a little bit more utilizing Dirty Tape or whatnot. So before I do that, let's go ahead and bring our controls to a minimum. Okay, so we're gonna take our our drive knob and bring that down to 0. Okay, our dirt, we're gonna bring that all the way down to clean. And what we're doing is now we're setting the plugin to be minimalistic and not too much audible difference between the dry sound and the effect sound from Dirty Tape. All right, so let's go ahead and hit play and see if we hear any difference. All right, and let's go ahead and turn this plugin on as well. We're gonna go ahead and enable that right there. All right, let's go ahead and hit play and see if we hear any difference. Right off the bat, I think we hear something. All right, let's go ahead and bypass this plugin right here. All right, we turned it off and let's play again. All right, let's turn the plugin back on and let's talk about it after we play. All right, cool deal. Let's talk about a couple of things here. All right, so this plugin, you can basically see that the input VU meter is jumping around a little bit right here. That's letting me know that the signal is still coming in, even though you have your drive section at 0 and your dirt section at clean. You're still getting signal driven into the plugin, which is giving you that lo-fi vibe. Even at a minimal ballistics, we haven't even talked about the stereo mode, the low cut, and the output volume. We're just talking about the two knobs right here, and you already instantaneously get that lo-fi vibe. Let's check that out one more time. Let's turn up the music a little bit more. All right, cool deal. So you can hear that lo-fi vibe going on already. The highs are kind of shaved off. The low end is a little bumped up and it's a little dirty. You know what I'm saying? And we haven't really did nothing to it yet. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start introducing some of this drive section. So I'm assuming the signal flow for this particular plugin is how it's set up. Signal comes in to the input. You read the VU meter, drive, dirt, decouple, stereo mode, low cut, and output volume, all right there and stuff like that. All right. So basically, if you follow the mouse into the drive, dirt, then comes back up right here, stereo mode, low cut, output volume into the VU meter, like just like that. All right. So let's go ahead and hit play. Let's play around with that drive section and see what kind of flavor we get out of the Dirty Tape. All right, we're at the two position, which is at 9 o'clock. Let's bump it up to 12 o'clock. All right, you start hearing a little bit more dirtiness, a little bit more saturation, more than anything. Let's go ahead and go to the 3 o'clock position. You start to see the input knob start reaching right there around -3. And there's like a little bumping increase of volume. You're still getting a little saturation. All right, now let's try to push it till we get to 0. I think that's about right there. All right, so right now we're about a little bit in between 8 and 9 on the drive section. Okay, and you can already hear that the volume start creeping up as we start turning clockwise. Now what that's been telling me is, you know what I'm saying, you're pushing volume in there, you're going to get more volume out, but also you're getting more saturation on the signal as well. I like it because it's not dirty, but it's not clean, but it's not nasty sounding. It's very natural, very warm, and very pleasing on the ears. I could drive this all the way to the max, and I don't think it's going to make the sound bad. Let's do that. Let's drive it to the max and just see what happens. Back off to 9. Go back to where we was. Now let's drop it again. All right, so you hear a little bit of distortion on the low end of the drum loop, or whatnot. Of course, with the bass drums and everything like that, you start hearing some digital distortion, but it's clean. You know what I'm saying? It's not nasty like distortion we would think when we clip. It's more of a analog type of distortion. You know what I'm saying? Colored, but it's almost there, you know what I'm saying? And it's very sound pleasing. I didn't have to squinch my ears or anything like that. No, it was enjoyable and stuff like that. So I think the drive section is pretty pleasing to the ear, and you can really get that desired saturated sound that you've been looking for or whatnot. We're gonna keep it at 8. We're gonna keep it right there on the 3 o'clock position. Now let's see what this dirt knob does. Now we have it on clean. And as we turn clockwise, they have these little texts that says less highs. And once you get to around the 12 o'clock position, it says more flutter. And then on the around about the 3 o'clock section, you'll have more dropouts on the sound. Now, this is where it says all the way to the max is bad. So I'm assuming you start getting some messed up sounds out of here when you turn counterclockwise on the dirt section. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and turn the knob clockwise and see what kind of sound we get. Oh yeah, definitely. We haven't even hit 9 o'clock position and we already have less highs. Let's go back to clean again. All right, that's the clean. Now let's start going clockwise again. Whoa. You have this weird stereo effect going on. Almost like a flutter effect. All right, we at 12 o'clock. All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the plugin is doing behind the scenes or whatnot, but it's kind of like it's giving you this flutter effect and it's opening up the stereo field of the signal. And it's taking out a little bit less highs and really pronunciating more of the mid range of the drum loop, which is actually not bad. And it actually opens up the drum loop a little bit more. And it sounds actually damn good, to be honest with you, utilizing the dirt. Now, let's get a little dirty, like it says on the label, dirt. Let's push this to the limit and see what kind of sound we got or we get, and especially when we push it to the bad section. That's what I really want to check out. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, we getting there. Ooh. All right, we passing the 9 o'clock position. I mean, the 3 o'clock position right now. It's not. Yeah, you can start hearing some things ducking out and becoming missing. All right, this is bad. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So that bad position, it doesn't sound bad, but it does something weird to the audio where it's kind of taking out certain things randomly during the time. And as I stop talking, you can hear noise being introduced to the sound through via the plugin or through the plugin or whatnot. So I want to see if we pull back on the dirt knob, that noise go away. Yes, it does. So the artificial noise that they added into the plugin goes away when you start going back to a cleaner sound. So this is definitely introducing a lot of different things. Some type of modulation effect, because we have this weird thing going on with the stereo field. We have distortion being added. We have a loss of the highs. And also we have this weird thing going on where the audio is dropping out. So this dirt knob is doing a lot of different things underneath the hood. I'm not exactly sure. You know what I'm saying? But I'm quite sure if you migrate over to the Softube YouTube page or, you know what I'm saying, their website, they could probably explain that a little bit more. We just reviewing this and checking it out. All right, so let's get a desired effect like I would want it on this this drum loop, and just to see, you know what I'm saying, what sound that I would like and I would use from my perspective. All right, let's go ahead and hit play. I like it right there. Yeah, right there is good. All right, now let's talk about the decouple stereo mode section. Now the decouple section is already on that, so we can definitely hear separation in the left and the right in my headphones. There's definitely a clear definition of what's left and what's right. Now, if I put it in normal stereo mode, why it's not in default of normal, I'm not exactly sure. You know what I'm saying? When you first pull up the plugin, it's in decouple. Let's put it in normal mode. Let's listen to the decouple section first and then put it in normal mode and see what's the difference. All right, let's go ahead and hit play. And normal. Go back to decouple. And back to normal. All right, cool deal. Let's talk about it. So the decouple section, it seems like the signal is, I'm gonna say decouple because let's say you have a chain, okay, and the left side of the chain link is the left signal and the right side of the chain link is the right signal. Okay, when you break that chain, you have two independent channels which serve as a left mono, right mono. Okay, and I think that's what the decouple section is entailing. Okay, when you put it in stereo mode, you'll notice that the left section and the right section kind of glues together in the middle, and you have more of a narrower sound far as the stereo field is concerned. So I'm assuming the decoupled is probably what you salivating over, and you won't, because it gives you more stereo separation on your channel, especially with this lo-fi type of sounds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you just have it in normal stereo mode or mono, it gives you that lo-fi sound, but it's not interesting. It's not fun. So I think the decouple section in default, when you pull up this plugin, is probably the best section or the best position that you would want it to have it in. Because if you put it in normal, it just really doesn't sound exciting as it does in decoupled. Let's play that one more time, switching it back and forth. And normal. Yeah. Decouple is where it's at. It's a vibe to it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, I don't know, it just fills up your monitoring system, you know what I'm saying, whether you're in the speakers or in your headphones. It just gives you a fuller sound, versus with stereo mode, it just kind of collapses in the middle just a little bit, not too much, but it collapses and kind of glues together the left and the right. Versus that decouple, it sounds like you have hard pan left, hard pan right. All right, cool deal. Now let's go into the low cut section, and you know what I'm saying, we all know what a low cut filter is. Let's see how smooth this low cut section is being represented. All right, let's go ahead and cut out some of these kick drums. Now I want to note that there's no visual representation of where you at for as the frequency as I turn this knob. So you're pretty much gonna have to utilize your ears. There's no visual representation for us 10, 20 hertz, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 100 and stuff like that. I know I threw off a number there, whatnot. But what I'm trying to say is, as you go clockwise on the low cut or the high pass filter, what you're gonna have to do is use your ears, because you don't have a numerical value that you're going off of. So if you don't know how much low cut is, or you know how that's gonna affect your sound, this is gonna force you to really use your ears. And I like this feature and stuff like that. This really gives you more of a realistic feeling on the knob. All right, let's play around with this. Okay, so if you're the person that like that type of low end, this probably will work right here at this position. All right, let's bring it a little bit more counterclockwise. I mean, excuse me, clockwise. All right, cool deal. We're at 3 o'clock. All right, so let's say, for instance, you wanted to use this drum loop, but you have to you want to use the drum loop without the low end, instead of going in and just actually using a plug-in and wasting up CPU resources. You just use the low cut here, and it sounds really, really good. Very smooth, nothing drastic or anything like that, and it fits with everything that's going on with the plug-in. And you can kind of scoop this under another kick drum that you program into your music composition. So I like the sound of the filter that they have on the low cut. Very, very smooth, and not edgy on the low end, or that little bell curve right there once you start getting up into the the slope or whatnot. It's very smooth slope. Let's push it to the max all the way at 2000 hertz or 2 kilohertz. All right, let's go ahead. All right, we should be approaching 2 kilohertz right there. And let's bring it back down to 10 hertz or off position. See how smooth that was? There's no artificial sounds going on. There's nothing drastic like, oh my God, I'm getting my breath back or anything like that. No, it's a very smooth curve, real easy on the ears or whatnot. I like that low cut. Let's find a good position for this this drum loop. I like it right there. All right, cool deal. So now that we have that low cut in place or whatnot, let's take a look at our VU meter on the output. Now y'all saw how we pushed it on the input VU meter. Now let's take a look at it on the output VU meter just to see where we at. Now I haven't been paying attention to it. You probably have on the video. So let's go ahead and see where we at. And of course we got a lot of game. We got a lot of headroom right now. And so if we wanted to make up that sound, all we have to do is just kind of like pull up a utility plugin in Ableton Live, and we can make up the gain that way, or whatever you have behind the plugin. Just use that as a gain staging tool. All right, so we have the utility plugin right here. We're gonna go ahead and bring that up to somewhat of a desired level. I like it right there. Yeah. So we just bumped up about 1 dB of sound into the plugin. Okay. I backed off just a little bit because it was showing a little bit of clipping on my meters or whatnot. I like that right there. All right, cool deal. So that's basically it with the plugin. You know what I'm saying? We went through all the controls, the drive section, the dirt section, decouple stereo mode, low cut, and also output volume. That is it and whatnot. Now let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and close my mouth, and we're going to apply the dirty tape to the other elements, the other two elements in this particular situation I threw together real quick or whatnot. So that was the drums. We have guitars and bass. We're going to dirty up those sounds and see if we can get some lo-fi type of vibes out of here with the dirty tape on all three stereo tracks. All right, let's go ahead and go through a real quick run through. Here we go. All right, so this is the guitar. I'm going to go ahead and enable this plugin on there. Let's go ahead and bring in the bass. All right, cool deal. So we made it quick adjustments that quick right there. We kind of played around with it. I backed off on the dirt section on the drums. Just felt like it was the low end wasn't there, and it wasn't any life in the drums with the other instruments in there or whatnot. So I backed off on the dirt section, and you know what I'm saying, made my adjustments accordingly, and then also, you know what I'm saying, drove the guitar real hard with a lot of saturation in that dirt section. And with the bass, really decouple. I went from decouple to normal stereo mode just so I could have my bass sound a little bit more narrow in the mix, and drove it a little bit. Didn't go too crazy with the sound for us to drive or the dirt, and just really kind of made it fit. And now we have a dirty sound versus if we was to turn off the plugins. This is what we got. All right, and now with the plugins on, we get that type of desired effect. You know what I'm saying? We just playing around. There ain't nothing finalized or anything like that. But this plugin definitely has a dirty sound to it. And, you know what I'm saying? It definitely does the job. Probably tried a lot of different lo-fi plugins. A lot of them has a edge to it, and it's really hard to explain what that edge is on the lo-fi or the dirty sound of most plugins. But the Softube one is a little different. It's hitting a little different. It has more of a more smoky vibe to it. It has more of a smooth, warm, jazzy type of vibe when it comes to that dirty tape type of sound. It's not electronic. It really has an analogish type of sound to it. Real smooth, real warm, real smoky. That's the terms I can use to describe it. That'll do it right here for this video, man. Checking out Softube's Dirty Tape, man. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. Get the demo if it's available. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know what I'm saying, if you got the change for it, go ahead and take a purchase of it or whatnot, man. And I think it'll be a good tool to put in your plug-in toolbox or whatnot, man. Until next time, man, I appreciate y'all checking out the video or whatnot. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You know how to work that YouTube app. And thank you for watching this video and supporting this channel, man. Until next time, you in the yo with your boy Super Mario, man. Yes, sir. Go check out Softube Dirty Tape VST. Yes, sir.